The United States is principally interested in containing China. I think the United States fears the fact that China is becoming more powerful and that it is not a status quo power in East Asia. The problem that the Americans face today is that they can't concentrate on containing China because the United States is deeply involved in the Ukraine war and it's deeply involved in the various wars that Israel is fighting in the Middle East. But nevertheless, the United States is committed to containing China. And of course, from a Chinese point of view, this is unacceptable. And I fully understand that. From China's point of view, China wants to grow more and more powerful. But again, this is not in the American interest. So it is a fierce competition. And as best I can tell, this is a competition that will last for many decades, if not the rest of the 21st century.
The U.S. often frame the competition between China and U.S. as authoritarianism versus democracy. But in practice, the U.S. doesn't seem to care about democracy.
It's not about ideology. There's no question about this. Look, the United States and China got along very well from 1991 to roughly 2017. The United States, in fact, pursued a policy of engagement toward China. There were very good relations between the two countries. What's changed is not the ideological nature of China or the United States. What's changed is there is now a shift in the balance of power. China is much more powerful. So the move away from a cooperative arrangement to a more competitive, in fact, an intensely competitive relationship is not explained by ideology, it's explained by a shift in the balance of power. However, it is very important to understand that both the Americans and the Chinese like to use ideological rhetoric to justify their position. In the American case, what American elites say is that this is a competition between liberal democracy on one side and authoritarianism or communism on the other side. This is all designed to make the Chinese look like the bad guys and the Americans look like the good guys. This is the velvet glove over the mailed fist in the American case. If you come to China, what people like to talk about is Confucianism and the Chinese tradition of not fighting with their neighbors and facilitating harmony in the international system and so forth.